Aloha and welcome back. I'm Panther and this is Control. Normal walking speed. Sprinting. Those are my health bits. I remember. You don't regenerate normally. There is an Easter egg thing much later in the game where simply dashing allows me to heal. But I don't have that. And I won't have that for a very, very long time. Oops. Sorry, I need to wash my glasses. I want to actually enjoy this game too. And it's a pretty game. Ah, there you are.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Done. Oh, right, yeah, I can aim like that. As you can see, health drops when you damage people. Not when you kill them, damage them. By the way, in case you're curious, this is the astral plane. That's different than what other people would depict it as, don't you think?
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive.
Yep.
You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Collectibles. Case files. Service weapon. OOP 1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Remember that part when I said it's like SCP? Well, I didn't say that yet, but I've been telling everybody this is basically SCP, the game, where you don't have to understand or know anything about SCP at all. Here's the basic layout. Containment procedures, then the actual description. Description. Paraneutrality. Object's form is variable. While bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blah. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blah. The object will determine whether blah. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by blah. Their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house. You'll find out more about that in a little bit. In the room that it is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, blah, many forms throughout history, blah. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varasanal, all weapons, blah, of their wielders. If objects of power are congressive of forces based on collective subconsciouses, then this might be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blah. See Dr. Darling, presentation 11-1 or 11.1 for more details. Recordings. Director trench photograph. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Oh, that way. It's not safe to go.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't have clearance. Hiss guard. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use standard issue bullpup rifles they carried in prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump action shotguns. They have no observed natural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shield of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. This shielding is a result of prolonged Hiss corruption. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have a level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts to take for tasks they are best suited for? Combat-related hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, though it is observed that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. I did not get enough health back from my damages. By the way, I am now the new director. Even the house deems it.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline. Is the dead man? Okay.
Booyah. There we go. You'll understand more about those as I uncover things. Is that a staple or an altered item? Don't take off his equipment outside of the building. Unrefined. Reading. Federal Bureau of Control, confidential, for Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Duluth. It wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. A malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort fake AWEs from real things. Or do you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit? Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, the next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. You have no idea how many times when I was playing this on the console that I just instinctually hit the reload button. Reload button, by the way, does nothing. Federal Bureau of Control. Diner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chaz Embre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. When your job sucks you in so much that you have to be reminded of your anniversary. And of your significant other's birthday. Yeah.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention. Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any
I've learned that if you don't do that,
2.
a fight could break out as you're listening and really mess with it. Ooh. Okay. Agenda items for the next next meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier for coffee filters to be found and vented. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. By the way, that was from me. When I was shooting from over there, I hit those. Everything is destructible at some level. Like, think about that. It looks simple at first, but after a good firefight, everything is destroyed. And, because the building is alive, it will come back. It will repair. And it technically makes sense. I say technically because, a living building and stuff like that does not make sense in current reasonings. No. Alright. Hello. Oh, I had missed some stuff. It's really easy to get turned around in here. In case you weren't aware.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Urban legends. Examination of paranatural topics. Urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain black, informed by our own black, and popularized by media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blah in popular culture using blah. Our bureau made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, the human imagination exasperates the details. Certain paranatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on blah. A pair of scissors that consume human blah through the two punctures on the blah. These details living in minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children; they're paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for detailed reports. Next. Haha. More rating. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of the effort to strengthen the government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are significantly harmless, then explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. Then perform gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring test, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Just your average, everyday bureau. Remember that. Fight. Fight. Whatever exists, use it. But don't stay there. Because it will kill you. Okay. Okay, new stuff. Ooh! Reload efficiency. I'll go ahead and equip that.
Control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
These are really
Cleanse the
annoying.
control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Yeah, even they know.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
And this is why I shot them.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted agent. Confidential. Summary. The hiss manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating through the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergone no obvious physical transformations. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing strange incantations and ad infinitum. Incantation ad infinitum. I'm guessing basically a sound. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or they're cocoons preparing to enter the next stage of evolution. When attacked, the hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation in pure resident form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file blank for full report.
Ripping it out rips them apart.
Bingo. Where did...
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
That is not true. The stupidest question is the one not asked. But for right now, that's the end of this episode. And more than likely, the first episode of this current week, Monday through Sunday. I will catch you all next time. Until then, though, have fun, be safe, and aloha.